Filming yourself is one of those things that just comes with the territory when you're a content creator, YouTuber, or indie filmmaker. It's not always fun, and honestly, it can get pretty frustrating. Most of the time, you don't have friends around to help you out with the shot, so you just have to set your camera up on a tripod and hope for the best. And this can bring its own unique set of headaches. Whether you're out on a hike, simply shooting something around the house, or just trying to capture the moment, it's way too easy to mess up your composition after you've walked away from the camera. Maybe you don't hit your mark, or the light changes, or you just miss focus entirely. It can be incredibly frustrating, and I've been there more times than I can count. So over the years, I've tried a lot of different ways to solve this problem. Most cameras these days come equipped with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and in theory, you should be able to control everything from your phone. But in my experience, these apps are a total letdown. They disconnect all the time and only work if you're standing right next to your camera, which is not exactly helpful when you're trying to get that perfect shot from a distance, or have a time crunch and can't afford to reconnect the app every few minutes. Then one day, I stumbled upon a game changer. A couple years ago, I ordered the DJI Ronin S2, and I got the Pro Combo, which came with this little wireless transmitter called the Raveney. The Raveney was designed to attach to the Ronin S2 gimbal, allowing a live camera view through an HDMI feed, and enabling active track through the Ronin app. But I had this idea: what if I could use the Raveney without the gimbal? And it turns out you can. And it works incredibly well. DJI basically created a mobile mini version of a tear deck, but it only costs $150. So here's how I use it. The Raveney is extremely portable, charges via USB-C, and doesn't need any external power. I slide it into the hot shoe on whatever camera I'm using, plug in the HDMI and control cables, and power it up. Then I fire up the DJI Ronin app, connect to the Raveney's Wi-Fi, and just like that, I've got a rock-solid wireless transmission system. I can start and stop recording, change my aperture, ISO, and shutter speed, and even view focus peaking and a histogram. And the best part is that I don't have to go back and forth between my tripod like a dozen times to get the shot that I was hoping for. And I don't know about you guys, but this was absolutely mind-blowing to me when stacked up against the nearly unusable Canon Camera Connect app. And I'm honestly not sure if DJI knows how incredible of a product they've created here, given that they've just come out with the DJI SDR transmission system, which is nearly 4 times the price, bulkier, and requires an external power source. Now, I haven't used the SDR system before, and I acknowledge that it's likely geared towards productions, but the Raveney just makes so much sense for creators like me. Now, let's talk about the range. So today, we're out here in the North Cascades to test the image transmission distance on the Raveney system. And as you can see, it's an absolutely gorgeous day out here. I have this beautiful tarn behind me in the background, but one thing is missing: a sense of scale. So what I want to do is walk about 200 feet that way, and then walk laterally across the frame behind the tarn, and that's going to make these mountains look so huge. So I have the Canon R5 set up on your end, and then I have the iPhone 15 Pro on my end receiving the signal from the Raveney. So we're going to take a wander out of frame here, and we're going to screen record so you guys can see how the signal looks. But yeah, let's go get the shot. I think it's going to look really beautiful. So I'm standing at least 150 feet away from the camera now, and I'm actually shooting at 70mm on crop mode, and the Raveney is working perfectly. Even when I had my phone in my pocket, I was receiving a consistent signal and frame rate. I absolutely love this thing. It saved me so much frustration over the years, and honestly, being able to rely on it has made my solo filmmaking process smoother and way more enjoyable. Whether I'm out here in the mountains or shooting a quick scene at home, it gives me the confidence that I'm getting the shot I want without the constant back and forth. However, the Raveney isn't without its limitations. The one thing you can't do with the Ronin app is select your focus point manually. You can try all you want, and all you'll do is enable the active track feature that is only accessible when your camera is mounted on the Ronin itself. So typically what I do is just turn on subject tracking on my R5, and that usually gets the job done. You could also lock focus and simply use the system as a monitor and start and stop recording once you've walked back into frame. I I usually do this with wider establishing shots so that I don't risk my camera hunting for focus. It's definitely up to you what you want to do, but I highly doubt that DJI is going to add any focusing features through future software updates. As far as battery life goes, I've been able to get through 3 to 4 hours of usage before it needs a charge. Since it is so small, I just tend to bring a power bank and charge it up when it's not in use. And that way I just never have to worry about battery life, but that's just me. The Raveney powers on just as quickly as any other DJI product, so I just turn it off when I'm not using it. I also have 2 of them because I honestly love them so much, and they've been so incredibly useful when filming solo hikes or just random scenes around the house. It's just one of those products that's made solo filmmaking fun for me, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. So, all that to say, this is not an ad for DJI. I'm honestly pretty sure that the Raveney was never designed to be used this way in the first place, and DJI doesn't promote this usage on the product page. But this is honestly the best hack I've found for filming myself. This has saved me countless hours of guessing. So yeah, if you film yourself a lot and you want to make your life easier, I'd probably go buy one of these. So thanks for watching. I hope this was as helpful for you as it was for me, and we'll see you next time.